One of the candidates who once again made the debate cut and will be appearing on stage night one is former Democratic Congressman from Maryland, John Delaney. He joins me live now. Sir, great to have you with us. I want to first start by...
Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. I want to start off by getting your thoughts about some of these rumblings and reports that we've been hearing from Axios that you are getting out of the race. There was a report that some of your staffers met with you and encouraged you to drop out. You're saying that is incorrect, right?
Well, it's entirely incorrect. I mean, no one on my team sat down with me and encouraged me to get out of the race. I have no plans of getting out of the race. I'm actually filming a bunch of new commercials next week that we're going to run in the next several months. And, you know, the report even had kind of gross mathematical errors about how much money our campaign has actually spent. So, you know, it was... I mean, what can you say? I mean, the whole thing was wrong.
So let me, sir, get your thoughts. And you may have seen the segment that we were just talking about with my colleague Steve Kornacki and NBC. New polling that was released today shows that you're polling at 0%. You have another debate coming up in 11 days. How are you planning to go into it this time to gain more traction and bring those poll numbers up? What's the big picture strategy that you have here going forward? And is this debate a defining moment for you?
Well, we're polling better in the states where we focused on, Iowa, New Hampshire, places like that. You know, we're excited for this next debate. We think there's a very clear choice for Democratic primary voters because I'm going to be on the stage with Senator Sanders and Senator Warren, and they're running based on kind of class warfare, Medicare for all, which is not good policy or good politics, or everything for free. And I just don't think that's where most Americans or most Democrats on. I mean, I'm running on a totally different platform. I want to provide universal health care, but give people choices. I want to have strong economic growth in this country, but make sure it's done in an environmentally sensitive way. And I've got real solutions, not impossible promises to improve education and build the safety net. And I think unless we have a conversation about some of these things, we potentially put President Trump on a glide path to re-election because a lot of the things some of the folks are running on in the Democratic primary will, in fact, not be attractive with independents, which we need to win, just like we needed those independents to flip the House in 2018, and they largely supported Democrats. We don't want to have the 2020 election play out where those folks say, you know, this party has no real vision for the future. And, you know, that's what I think the choice is. And I think we'll see that on the debate stage.
Yeah, let me get your thoughts about the last week and the developments that we saw with the president's racist comments towards four Democratic congresswomen of color. What is your reaction, sir, to those comments? And how do you think Congress should handle it going forward, given the way everything has played out over the past couple of days with his attempt to deny that, you know, he encouraged it. He said he tried to shut it down. He tried to quiet the crowd. And other members of the Republican Party who have pretty much defended him.
Well, listen, I think the Republicans are making a huge mistake defending these comments, and I think at the fullness of time they'll live to regret it. I think Speaker Pelosi, once again, is handling this very well and is doing a nice job. Obviously, those comments are inappropriate. I believe they were racist. And, you know, it just underscores the stakes for the 2020 election. And it kind of ties back to my earlier comments. Unless the Democratic Party runs as a big tent party, which means we run on decency, we run on real solutions, we run on having an economic vision to deal with some of this economic insecurity, you know, we're potentially going to put him back in the White House.
Do you believe...
And some of the impossible promises and things that people are running on is not how we're going to either beat Donald Trump or actually be able to govern and get the things done that the American people need us to get done.
You said those comments were racist. Do you believe the president is a racist?
Look, I've never met the president, but he said a lot of racist things, so I don't know what else you can conclude. But again, I think what's really important here is for us to focus on the 2020 election and make sure the Democratic Party ensures that he has a thorough defeat in 2020. And that's really what this race is about at this point. And I think Speaker Pelosi is actually handling this whole situation perfectly, in my judgment.
Sir, you have extensive foreign policy experience. I'm curious to get your thoughts. If you are elected president, given the tensions that we have seen unfold with Iran, the withdrawing the U.S. of the Iran nuclear deal, U.S. Marines reportedly bringing down an Iranian drone in the Gulf of Hormuz just yesterday, what would be your foreign policy objective and strategy, if you will, in terms of tackling this current tension between Washington and Tehran?
Well, look, I voted for the Iran nuclear deal that was executed under President Obama. I thought it was an imperfect agreement in many ways, but I think relative to all our alternatives, it was the right way forward. The president has made this situation inherently more dangerous, which the actions he's taken. What I will do as president is get us back into something very similar to the Iran nuclear deal that President Obama negotiated. I think there's an opportunity to strengthen the deal and improve it, particularly as it relates to its duration. It was too short an agreement. That was the big problem I had with it. But that's where I'll go, because I think that's in the best interest of the citizens of the United States and the region and the world in general. And I think there'll be an opportunity to do that. As president, I'll reaffirm our relationship with our allies, which is something that I think this president has no regard for. And I think there'll be an opportunity to actually have a tougher deal with Iran, and a deal that will actually provide more stability in the region.
Hey, MSNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there and click on any of the videos here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more MSNBC for free every day with our newsletters. Just visit msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up now.